Coach Madonna, that is a tough one, I know, but I know you saw some positive things out there tonight. We sure did from the stands.
Absolutely. You look at Blanchard, that's a perennial semifinal or deeper team, and that's a top team in 4A, and we just went toe-to-toe and had a chance to win. We had 2 touchdowns called back. That's, 14-point swing. It's a 3-point loss on their homecoming, and so I'm super proud of the effort. You can tell we're getting closer. We're just not quite there yet.
Well, from tonight, we are getting closer. What is it that we need to stop doing, or what do we need to do better?
It's going to sound like a broken record, but we just got to continue taking care of ourselves. We can't have the penalties. I think they're getting smaller and smaller, the amount, but we get to the point where we can cut those out, and then we're playing physical, we're playing fast, we're playing hard, we're executing at a pretty high level. We're just hurting ourselves too much.
Hey, a few people really stepped up tonight that we hadn't been able to call too often. First of all, Kiefer Landis had a great first half, came in. He ended up getting injured, I know, but what about his play tonight?
Man, just the toughness of that kid. He's a state qualifier pole vaulter, so anybody that's willing to hurl himself up 15, 20 feet in the air, is fearless. And so he just runs around, man, and he's new to football for us, and he makes plays, and he's reliable. And so we really appreciate him playing. So we're praying for him, and we'll go check on him, and I think he's going to be okay.
Demario Joyner stepped up tonight. A number of great plays. He had 6, 7 tackles, but he seemed to be in on causing a lot of havoc.
He did, man. He's really tough to block. Most of the time, if he doesn't make a play, it's probably because he's getting held. And unfortunately, they're not going to call it all the time. But and he goes at it in practice too. It's hard for us to block him in practice, and so he's a consistent playmaker for us, and super proud of his effort.
Lance Williams, we don't get to call a sophomore very often in varsity athletics. Lance Williams stepping up all night long. He was making, from a defensive end position, he was making tackles 10 yards down the field on the opposite side of the field. He was really chasing.
That's the one thing about Lance, man. He's relentless in his effort, and he never gets tired. I mean, he's a little undersized to be a defensive end, but he's super quick. He causes a lot of matchup problems for his offensive tackles, and you can't just block him once. If you're going to block him, you got to have a second and third effort, because he's going to keep chasing and chasing and chasing until he's around the ball. So, that's his biggest strong point is his relentless effort.
Well, I know you coaching staff have been looking at this the first of 4 games that really tell us where we're at as far as the offseason, the work that's been put in, and coming to this point. That's the end of game 1. We've got 3 more in front of us for that judgment time, in which last year, honestly, we got spanked by most of those teams. And how do you feel after this game, and with us still going into now McGinnis, Carl Albert, and another?
Well, so it's like I told the guys, man, we're going to learn from this one. We're going to move on. We're focused solely on McGinnis. It's a high-quality 5A team. They've got, 5, 6, 7 silver balls, and if it wasn't for Carl Albert, they probably have 7, 8 gold balls. So we're totally focused on them. We're ready to go. It's a short week. It's Thursday night. It's at their place. And so, it's a big one. District play starts now. So if we want to attain our goals, we got to go get games like that. And this one was a huge test for us. It was really good at preparing us for that type of battle, because you can expect these next couple are going to be real similar. The only difference is we have to make those extra plays in order to get over the top.
Coach Madonna, thank you for the time away from your family. I know he brings a crowd with him. You get back to them. Thank you for the job that you're doing.
Supporting us well. Go Wolves.
Go Wolves is right. We fall tonight, 34-31, but the effort, like Coach said, the effort was strong all night long. It's coming. It's a slow process. Hats off to these kids. They encourage one another, love on one another. Even after the game, they were taking responsibility individually for what transpired on the field tonight. Just a great group to be around. As always, thank you for tuning in. Thank you to Coach Madonna, and thank you to LS Roofing and Construction, as well as Shawnee Dry Cleaners and Linen, to make this happen post-game for you. Go Wolves. Remember, together, all of us, Shawnee, we build community one season at a time. Good night, everybody.